Hello students, hope you all are fine. In the last class, we have started with the chapter Fundamentals of Banking, in which we have covered various functions performed by banks, classification of banks, and various deposit accounts. Today, we are going to study about opening of savings account and their working. We can open bank account with minimum balance of rupees 1000. However, it varies from bank to bank. Such an account can also be opened by two or more persons in joint names. For opening the account, you have to personally visit the bank and fill the form provided by the bank, in which name, address, specimen signature are very important. Whenever you withdraw or deposit the money, specimens will be checked before giving you the money. The new account holder has to be introduced by an existing account holder of the bank who knows you well. However, this condition varies from bank to bank. They will provide you with passbook and checkbook after opening an account. The documents required for the saving bank account is Aadhaar card, PAN card, address verification proof that is passport, ration card, etc. Identity proof can be passport, driving license, voter ID. This is the specimen copy provided by the State Bank of India for opening a saving bank account. In this form, you can see that you have to write down the particulars like your first holder name, second holder name, third holder name, account name as you want to appear on the passbook. Then if you want ATM cum debit card, what kind of card you want from them. Internet banking, yes or no, mobile banking, SMS alerts from the bank, checkbook, what kind of checkbook you need from the bank, statement frequency, how frequent you need the statement from the bank, then modes of operation that you will operate only, and specimen signature of the applicant. If there are two, then second applicant. If there are three, then third applicant. They have to paste their photographs with their specimen signature. So this is the copy of specimen savings bank account. Next one is the operating the bank account. Operation of the bank account means depositing the money into the bank or withdrawing it through checks, withdrawal forms or ATM machines. As soon as the bank agrees to open the account after verifying your proofs, it will provide you with the following things: pay-in slip, checkbook, passbook and ATM card. So we'll learn about these things one by one in detail. First one is pay-in slip book. This book contains a number of printed slips with perforated counterfoils. This slip is used while depositing cash or check in the bank. The depositor fill all the particulars like his or her name, account number, date, amount in words, figures and hand over the slip to the cashier along with the cash or check. In case it is a cash deposit, the denominations of the currency is to be mentioned on the slip, and in case of check deposit, the drawee bank, branch and check number are to be mentioned on the pay-in slip. The cashier then checks the details and counts the money or verifies the check. He then puts the stamp on pay-in slip and the counterfoil and initials them. The main slip is to be retained by the bank and the counterfoil is returned to the depositor duly signed by the cashier of the bank. The main slip serves as the basis of crediting the deposited amount into the customer's account in the bank. The counterfoil given to the depositor serves as an acknowledgement of the money being received in the account of the customer. This is the specimen copy of the pay-in slip, in which you can see that the two things are there, counterfoil and the main slip. On the left side of this pay-in slip, this is counterfoil, in which you have to mention the branch name, date, account number. For the credit off means the account holder's name, amount in words and rupees. Then you are depositing in form of cash or check. Mention the rupees, total amount, and this is the main slip, in which you have to mention the same particulars like for the credit of the account of name, account holder name, amount in words, rupees, then account number, date, then drawn on bank, branch, check number. Then this is the cash notes. If you are depositing in cash, you have to write the denominations and amount, then amount in total. He need to write his PAN number, mobile number and signature. After filling the form, the depositor will submit this form to the cashier. The cashier then stamp the two forms and initials them, and main slip retained by the bank, and he returned the counterfoil after cutting it from the main slip. So this is your pay-in slip. Next is the checkbook. The checkbook contains a number of printed blank check forms, usually 10, 25 or 50, and properly serial numbered. The holder of a current account or savings account can withdraw money through check or pay money to others through this. The checkbook has a slip on the first or the last page where the details of the checks issued with their serial number can be entered to tally with the passbook and keep a track of the transactions. When a checkbook is fully used, a new checkbook is issued by the bank. A requisition form is inserted in every checkbook for this purpose, and it is to be signed and presented to bank to obtain a new checkbook. Now have a look at the specimen copy of the check. Number 1 is the IFSC code number. Second one is the check number, that is a 6-digit number. At number 3, that is MICR, magnetic ink character recognition. It is a 9-digit number which carries bank, branch code from where the check is issued. The first 3 digits tell us the city code, next 3 bank code, and the last 3 digits tell us the branch code. After MICR, at number 4 is the 6-digit number that carries the portion of the account number, and the last 5th number followed by the portion of the account number is the transaction ID. So this is the specimen copy of the check. All banks mostly have the same format. A special magnetic ink is used and can be read with magnetic reader only. Now, next one is the passbook. The passbook is a book with details of transactions of the customer accounts with date. It shows credit for deposits and debit for withdrawals and also the balance. At the end of every month or more frequently, the depositor presents his or her passbook to the bank for updating the entries of the transactions. You can even have monthly or quarterly bank statement from the bank regarding your number of transactions. Next one is the ATM card. An automated teller machine is a computerized telecommunication device that provides the customer of the financial institution with access to financial transactions in public space without the need of human clerk or bank teller. In most modern ATMs, the customer is identified by inserting a plastic ATM card with a magnetic strip or a plastic smart card with chip that contains a unique card number and some security information. A PIN, personal identification number, like a password, is given to the customers for transaction security. Using an ATM card, customers can access their bank accounts in order to make cash withdrawals and check their account balances. Many ATMs also allow people to deposit cash or check, transfer money, pay bills, or purchase goods and services. Next one is advantages of opening a bank account. Nowadays, a bank account is of great advantage to the all sections of the society, even their industrialists, businessmen, traders, financiers, or common people in general. These advantages are: in a bank account, the savings of a person are kept safe and without any risk of theft or robbery. Bank account encourages the saving habit of the people, which they can use in case of emergencies. The payment of any amount, small or big, can be made easily through the bank account. It is easy, safe, and cheap. It also helps to receive the payments through checks, drafts, and bills easily. The customers can obtain different facilities like loans, overdrafts, and cash credit facility from the bank either on their security or deposits. So, today we have done opening a bank account, how to operate a bank account, and what are the advantages of opening a bank account. In the next class, we will be continuing with this chapter. Thank you.